Have you ever had your biggest fear save you from something worse? I've been terrified of dogs since I was 6. Got attacked by a neighbor's German Shepherd. Needed 17 stitches on my arm. Ever since, I crossed streets to avoid them. Cancel plans if friends mentioned bringing their pets. Even changed grocery stores when they started allowing emotional support animals inside. My boyfriend Garrett thought it was ridiculous. For 2 years, he'd roll his eyes when I'd breeze seeing a dog at the park. It's just a golden retriever, Iris. They're basically stuffed animals, he'd say. I tried explaining trauma doesn't care about breed statistics, but he never really got it. Last month, Garrett invited me to his family's cabin for the weekend. Failed to mention his brother would be there with his new girlfriend and her Rottweiler Duke. I saw that massive black dog on the porch and immediately turned back to the car. Absolutely not, I said, hands shaking. Garrett grabbed my arm. Don't be dramatic. Duke's a sweetheart. You're embarrassing me. You knew about my fear and didn't warn me? Because you would have refused to come. My family already thinks you're antisocial. Just try. Please? Against every instinct, I went inside. Duke was huge, probably 120 pounds, with a head like a basketball. His owner, Britt, swore he was gentle, but his eyes tracked my every movement. I sat rigid on the couch while everyone else acted normal, Duke lying by the fireplace. Around midnight, everyone went to bed. Garrett and I took the downstairs guest room. I couldn't sleep, knowing that dog was upstairs. Every creak made me jump. Then, around 2 a.m., I heard Duke growling. Not playful growling, deep, guttural, aggressive. Garrett, I whispered. He didn't budge. Something's wrong with the dog. Go back to sleep, he mumbled. The growling got louder. Then I heard footsteps above us, too heavy to be anyone in the family. My blood went cold. I shook Garrett harder. Someone's in the house. He sat up, finally alert. We heard a crash upstairs. Duke's barking, now explosive. Then a man's voice, unfamiliar. Shut that dog up or I'll shoot it. Garrett grabbed his phone to call 911, but we had no signal. Rural cabin problems. We heard his brother trying to calm Duke. Britt crying. More voices. Multiple intruders. We need to get out, I whispered. We can't leave my family. But I was already at the window. My fear of dogs completely overridden by fear of armed intruders. The window was painted shut. Garrett grabbed a lamp, ready to break it, when we heard footsteps on the stairs, coming down. I grabbed Garrett and pulled him into the closet, barely breathing. The door opened. A flashlight beam swept the room. The man walked to the bed, pulled back covers we'd just been under. Still warm, he called out. Someone was just here. My whole body shaking. Garrett squeezing my hand so hard it hurt. The man started checking under the bed, behind furniture. He was 3 feet from the closet when Duke exploded upstairs, snarling, crashing, someone screaming. Get up here! Another voice yelled. The dog got loose. The man ran upstairs. We heard chaos. Duke was fighting them. Without hesitating, I grabbed Garrett and we ran out the front door into the woods. Barefoot, in pajamas, we ran until we hit the main road. A truck driver stopped, let us use his phone. Police arrived within minutes. They found 3 men trying to rob the cabin. Guys who'd been hitting rural properties for months. Duke had broken free when they threatened Britt, attacked one intruder badly enough to need an ambulance. The other 2 surrendered when police arrived. Garrett's family was shaken but unharmed. Duke had a bullet graze on his shoulder but survived. When I visited him at the animal hospital, this dog I'd been terrified of was lying there with bandages, tail still wagging. He saved us, Britt said. If Duke hadn't fought them, if you hadn't heard him growling first, she was right. My fear of dogs had kept me awake, made me hyper-aware of Duke's every sound. Anyone else would have dismissed the first growls as normal dog behavior. But I knew, my terrified brain knew, something was wrong long before anyone else noticed. Garrett apologized for not understanding my fear, for forcing me into that situation. But if he'd warned me about Duke, I never would have gone. And if I hadn't been there, awake and terrified, nobody would have heard those intruders until it was too late. I'm still scared of dogs. Therapy helps, but trauma runs deep. But now I know something else. The things that make us vulnerable can also make us vigilant. My biggest fear didn't just save me that night, it saved everyone in that cabin. Duke's doing great now, still terrifies me, but I send him treats through Britt. Figure I owe him that much.